Nightwing, hell, you gotta save me. I'll come for you.
Hey, have you ever noticed that dialogue and dialect are really similar words?
Yeah. Hey guys, Lexstyle here.
And I'm Bat Tracy.
Rock Art Blues.
The two of us. For DC.
And there is a cloud.
Yeah.
This is the fantasy book in the DC universe.
11, I think?
10?
I think it's 11, because the last episode was 10, because we got to 30.
That's right, we got to 30.
So this is 11. We're at 33
this is
movies.
11. It's 33
Could you imagine if we had to write 33 actual movies? We wouldn't be the screenwriter, we'd be story by. Hey folks and yokes, I think the camera is not straight.
Do not look at the TV. Yeah, I just need to change one.
We'll do a little shimmy. Hey guys, it's Bimmy. It's me, Bimmy. It's not Bimmy's voice, but it's my interpretation. I can't look at the screen, so I'm just staring at you guys.
Hey, we're back.
Oh, we're back. I never left.
This is episode 11. You know what's going on.
Yes.
We'll do a small recap, but let's do our picks on camera here.
Okay, yes. Can I also say real quick?
Yeah.
Before we get into anything, a habit I have during these is when we're like looking at, I go like this a lot. Like I go, oh, and like click it back.
Is it loud? Okay.
It's so loud. Every time while editing, I always hear it. I'm like, what is that? And I finally realized it's me going like that, and it's
I've never heard it before.
And it's so loud.
I've never heard it before. So we should clarify with the picks. We both revealed that we're doing an Aquaman movie.
Yeah, I think so. Also, if you like these videos, give them a thumbs up, and maybe go check out our
patreon.com/punkartblues. Yeah. Who do you think I got this year?
Okay,
it's Aquaman, so you only have
to
use two.
Actually, really quick, let me look at what you've had.
I redid my entire slideshow today. I reorganized everything.
I'm gonna go. Okay, Aquaman.
Okay.
Nightwing II.
Okay.
And Green Lantern, since you haven't had a Green Lantern in...
Literally just did a Green Lantern movie.
Did you?
Flash and Green Lantern, Brave and the Bold.
Oh, yeah. Fuck it, I'll go Static Shock 3.
Static Shock 3? Okay.
Maybe that's a sequel that you're like, well, I gotta get on it since I waited 10 years between the first two.
He's halfway through his full-time career.
Alright, what do you think I have?
I think you have an Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
And then I think you did a team movie because you told me you did.
Yeah.
And... you said that you had to look up the characters, so it's not a team you touched. And you've touched Doom Patrol, you've touched Titans, you've touched, obviously, like, JLA.
Also could be a team I've touched and I just don't know the names of people.
Like, real names?
Yeah.
Now, you said you were about to do a super...
I also read you a sentence.
Yeah, that.
Do you remember it?
Yeah, it was...
Stumped at every turn.
Stumped at every turn. You did just say you wanted to do a Superboy movie. So that could be...
I said you did a Superboy.
Yeah, and then you were like, oh, I was about to do Superboy. So that could lead me to believe you did Legion.
I did my Superboy movie. It was Superman 3.
Aquaman? I've been trying to think of teams you don't know or you haven't used. Because I don't know if I want to go with Legion of Superheroes. Because I feel like you wouldn't just copy me again. But also I know you know them because you're like, you changed all their character names. Like you kept calling them out because there were some where you're like, you made up these. So maybe you don't. But with me just doing, I'm trying to think of teams too.
I knew the reason that I knew that you changed the name. Yeah. Thank you. I was like, huge. I kept seeing it. The reason I knew that you changed their names was because I knew who Garth Rands was.
Oh, that's right, because you got mad at me for doing Livewire.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be right, but maybe you did a Legion of Doom movie.
Wow, okay.
Maybe you did that, because maybe you're like,
what's your third guess?
My third guess...
Be quick with it.
Can I look at who you've done so far, or do you have that list, or...
Did you stop recording?
No. Okay, we're good. I think you're due for Nightwing 3.
Wow, okay.
Just because it kind of looked like you were on the same path with it. Let's head over there now. Guess who's over here?
And I'm here.
Okay. This is mine.
Hey, guess this impression.
Okay. I feel like it's you waving at Ross through the window.
No.
Or vice versa.
It was when we saw Motion City Soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we're going to zoom in.
Zoom in.
He's doing his first year.
I'm going to do my quick... Well, no, what year is this? 3? 4? Year 4. No, year 3, because there's only 4 years.
Yeah.
We're going to do my quick recap. So first up is Batman Hush for a few slides, because it took a while. Then we had the Flash and Green Lantern, the Brave and the Bold. Then we have the Death of Superman, which takes, I think, 2 slides, yep. Then we have Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, which takes 2 slides. Then we have Booster Gold 2, Robin 3000, which takes up 1. Then we have Blue Beetle, and Don't Do Anything Yet.
Yeah, because this was the last.
This is the last slide.
Yeah.
Your guesses were Aquaman, Nightwing II,
and Static Shock 3.
Static Shock 3.
Yes.
If we hit next for me, please.
Yep.
It's Zatanna to The Search for Giovanni.
Wait.
What?
Wait. What? He died.
Let's talk about that.
Is this Star Trek 2?
Star Trek 3, you mean?
You did Star Trek 2, The Search for...
Yeah, Star Trek 3. Let's talk about it.
What the
Should we talk about it? Okay. I start off with...
If my memory doesn't fail me.
Okay.
Giovanni was shot through the head on national TV, right?
I believe he was, yeah. Let's talk about it. Okay. This opens up with a little funny opening, okay? Yeah. Zatanna's 36th birthday celebration is cut short when she gets a word that a criminal named Patch-Eye Pete is robbing a bank in town. She arrives at the bank...
That's funny because I know who it is.
Yeah. She arrives at the bank to discover Green Lantern was also on the chase to stop Pete, so the two team up to thwart his plans. Just a funny little opening, right?
I don't want to keep interrupting.
Yeah.
I just love that Patch-Eye Pete is worthy of, Green Lantern.
That's because he's a Green Lantern villain.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's why Green Lantern just pops out. Originally, it was the first draft was the JLA throw her a surprise party. Then when they get word that he's robbing a bank, they're like, who wants to cover it? And then, but I was like, why would two of them leave? Why would Green Lantern and Zatanna be like, we'll take down the one stupid pirate-themed guy to stop Rob? Yeah, so they just...
Okay.
Shortly after, Zatanna begins to discover clues causing her to believe that her father might still be alive, despite seeing his fateful end with her own eyes years prior. The evil Allura learns of Zatanna's search for her father and tricks her into fleeing her from the Sword of Paracelsus? Celsus?
I was looking at that and I was wondering how you say it. I was thinking I guess Paracelsus.
Yeah. Paracelsus.
Because
it's like Celsius.
Paracelsus?
Paracelsus.
Paracelsus?
It's an S. Celsius.
Paracelsus.
Okay, yeah.
I think para instead of para. Paracelsus.
So then I do a pretty cool second act, where a flashback ensues and shows Allura showing up on Earth for the first time shortly after Zatanna's 18th birthday.
Okay.
It's got a birthday theme in this movie, where she came into contact with Giovanni, who imprisoned her within the magical artifact that is the Sword of Paracelsus. Celsus. Really hard to say. Paracelsus, but read in the whole sentence is hard. Before fading from sight, Allura placed a curse on Giovanni, proclaiming that upon Giovanni's death, he would be given a second chance at life, but would not be able to come into contact with his next of kin at all during this time, or the both of them would die. Or perish. I should use the word perish.
Yeah.
The flashback travels 8 years into the future, so it's a new flashback, but sooner, where Giovanni met his fate at the hands of Film Freak. And knowing that he can't contact Zatanna directly or even indirectly, not even a letter or shoot him an email, he leaves Earth's dimension seeking a way to break the curse.
Okay.
After being freed, Allura leads Zatanna to Karma, the magical realm that she knew Giovanni traveled to try to break the curse.
Oh, so not the WWE wrestler?
Not the WWE wrestler.
Okay.
Yeah. She wanted to have revenge against Giovanni for the years spent in the Sword of Paracelsus. That was a long time. It was 20 years.
Yeah.
By reuniting the father-daughter duo, causing them both to cease to exist. So if they, get together on Karma, crazy, right? Before the duo could be reunited, Allura's good twin sister, also named Allura, so there's good Allura and evil Allura. That's how it is.
Okay.
Arrives and warns Giovanni of her sister's evil plot and vows to help defeat her. Okay? Cool. Evil Allura, which is now her new name for the rest of the plot, takes over Zatanna's body and goes into battle with her sister and Giovanni, unleashing hordes of magical warriors. Good Allura, after being acknowledged of their existence by Giovanni, uses her extra-dimensional powers to summon the JLA to help in the battle.
Okay.
So, she obviously doesn't know who the JLA is, but Giovanni, he's been alive. He's probably been keeping track of the news because it's his daughter. Yeah. He's like, hey, there's some pretty powerful heroes that could help us.
And it's been years. How do you not know what they are?
Well, Allura's on a different planet. She's in Karma.
I thought you were talking about Zatanna.
Oh, yeah. So Allura snaps the JLA to help in the battle. But evil Allura creates magical duplicates of all the heroes to help her in the fight. So she's got the magical warriors, a horde of them, hordes.
You have a lot of people in this movie.
It's like a Justice League fight, or an Avengers fight, where the bad guy can't just be the bad guy. It's got, here's the 1,000 of me. Yeah. After a long battle and overpowered by good Allura, evil Allura is defeated and released from Zatanna's body. With the curse broken, Zatanna and Giovanni are able to be reunited. So that's a cool, a slow, they hug, they cry together. Okay. You think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Nope. Evil Allura manages to escape good Allura's grasp for a moment and attacks Zatanna. The latter, or the latte, The latter able to defeat the former herself. So Zatanna quickly defeats Evil Allura, trapping Evil Allura in a bottle permanently. Okay. A lot of weird bottle stuff in the DC universe. Now reunited, Zatanna and Giovanni return home as Giovanni begins telling her about the history of the Homo Magi, which is her race, and the source of their power. It was a reminder. The duo then vows to start saving the Homo Magi race together in search for the source. End credit scene, outside of time and space, a secret order of angels is shown, wrote that wrong, is shown confining one of their own to Earth.
Huh.
We got characters in this.
I wonder who that is.
We got Zatanna Zatara, we got Evil Allura, we got Good Allura, we got Giovanni Zatara, we got Burt Weston, who's Film Freak, in flashbacks. Yeah, that was because in case you saw the characters, like, wait, you brought Giovanni back to life, and now Film Freak's back to life, so I clarified. Also, that's why he gets
flashback in some money.
That's why he gets such a high bill over, like, Green Lantern and the GLAs, because we see him so much. Because Giovanni has flashbacks and Zatanna has flashbacks, so it's kind of... And then Patch Eye Pete, he has a little cameo. Patch Eye Pete.
I like, he should be Patch Eyed Pete.
His
like
full...
put an apostrophe D.
His full name is
Pete.
Patch Eye Pete the Pirate. I was like, I'm not putting all that.
That's hilarious.
We'll go to you.
Okay, so going into my phase 3.
We have to do your recap still.
Yeah, so I had Zatanna and Shazam, Wonder Woman War, The Batman Terrorizes, one of my favorite titles, Superman 3 Doomsday.
Animated movie?
Yeah.
Put it out there.
Oh, I forgot to do more of those. I wanted to.
I was going to do one.
John Constantine and the Death of a Dead Man, my all-time favorite title.
Such a good album name. Like, switch out John Constantine, but like if you put like a solo album.
Yeah.
Lex Stahl and the Death of the Dead Man or something. Pat Tracy and the Death of the Dead Man.
The Flash. Zoom. So, ready?
Zoom. I am ready.
What were your guesses?
My guesses were Nightwing II, Aquaman, and Legion of Doom.
Okay. I have Aquaman King.
I love that beard. I like that it's a thin beard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't find what I was looking for, but that's why I changed the story.
He's got the water hand.
Arthur, Mera, and Aquakid live happily in Atlantis with Garth working by their side. Orm escapes from prison, swimming away to the deeper level world of Zebel? I think is how you would pronounce it, Zabel. Where Mera's father, King Nereus, rules. Orm forms a plan with Nereus to attack Arthur, sparing Mera and taking Atlantis for themselves. Arthur and Mera are training Aquakid in combat when they are attacked by Mera's long-lost sister, Hyla, now going by Siren.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Siren is able to best Mera and kidnap Aquakid. Did you use Siren? Siren is able to best Mera and kidnap Aquakid while Arthur gives chase. Orm takes Mera captive while Arthur fights with Siren. Arthur and Siren are both attacked by trench monsters, fish creatures from the deep, where Arthur loses his hand in the fight. Also, forgot to type this, but Siren just is, like, dragged away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She dies there?
She's just dragged away.
Okay. I'll see if she comes back again.
Meanwhile, Orm and Nereus are leading an attack on Atlantis, using the trench creatures as their army. Garth and the Atlantean Guard fight with the creatures, but are overpowered and injured. Mera argues with Nereus on his plan, while the trench prove to be unable to control and begin attacking Nereus. So she's, like, in a cage. Arthur returns
Who's in a cage? Oh, Mera's in a cage.
Yeah. Okay. Arthur returns full of vengeance, like he's like pissed off Arthur.
Yeah.
Like you've seen Aquaman pissed off. Yeah. Arthur returns full of vengeance, bringing the fight to Nereus. Mera fixes Arthur's missing hand, giving him a magical water hand, because that's her power.
Yeah.
While Arthur fights with Nereus, Mera is killed by a trench monster, leading Arthur to go ballistic, killing Nereus where he stands with his trident thing. Okay? Arthur, as king, takes control of the trench monsters, commanding his new army against Orm, finally killing his evil brother.
He becomes kin because he killed Nereus, I assume?
Well, yeah.
Or is it just he already was?
Because Nereus was like the last king of like the old world.
Oh.
And so now that he's gone, like he's fully like the king, so he's able to like fully control.
Okay.
Yeah. Arthur, Garth, and Aquakid mourn the loss of Mera. All my movies end in funerals for some reason. I don't intentionally like do it.
We both do it.
End credits. A few months later, Arthur still mourns Mera, now leading Atlantis with a full beard.
Oh, I lose that beard?
Yeah, so that would be just like an end credits of people being like, oh, they did the beard, oh my god.
And then he could like come out on his kingdom and like
it'd be him. It's him sitting in his throne being like,
but then he kind of does
but then
like a stand up and a turn.
Yeah, he's got a full.
Yeah.
So we got Aquaman, Mera, Garth, Orm, Nereus, Hylas, like Siren. Woo!
That's like, you know, remember Black Panther?
Yeah.
Black Panther, like, just falls off the cliff.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if they knew he lived, but then they're just like, well, we won't bother.
So when you think about it, Her entire family was slaughtered in this movie.
Yeah. Well, Orm isn't related to her.
No, I mean Nereus, Gila, and Mira. You
Crazy.
see Mara or Mira?
Mara.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. Go up a few slides, we'll get on to mine. You hit the next slide. Before I show this off, I want to say that I came up with the name of this movie.
Yeah.
And then I went upstairs and went, Mom, Dad, I need you to agree that I came up with a really bad movie title. To which I got an audibly, once telling them what it's called, oh God, from Mom. Okay? So this is an Aquaman movie. It's a sequel. I called it Aquaman H2O.
Yeah, and the 2 is orange.
Well, that's just to say that it's like, because, it would be lower, but I can't do that.
That's how it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is only your second Aquaman movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Atlantean inhabitants of Sub Diego begin losing their ability to live in water. And upon hearing of this,
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did San Diego fall?
I don't know. I think the writers got lazy and named a city Sub Diego. Is
that where he lives?
He lives in Atlantis.
Yeah, by Greece?
Well, Greece.
I don't know where it is.
Lost City of Atlantis is off the coast of Greece.
I'm going to Google real quick.
I Googled it when I wrote my first movie, because if you remember, Adam is scavenging in Greece.
Okay, hold on.
Let me just restart because we got nowhere.
Yeah.
The Atlantean inhabitants of Sub Diego begin losing their ability to live in water, and upon hearing of this, Kin Orin approaches the sea gods in a desperate bid to gain the power to save them. Using the bones of his severed left hand in a magical ritual, the sea gods give him...
Oh, you call him Orin. I always forget, and that looks like Orm to me at first glance.
Can I say how many times it tried to autocorrect to Odin? Type in Kin Odin. Yeah. If you remember, because he didn't live on Earth in this. Yeah. I didn't like the Arthur Curry. Yeah. That's why I was just going to say, like, why you
He didn't even have a dad or anything?
I don't remember what I talked about in the first movie. It's been a long time.
Because you don't go back and read.
I did actually for this year, but not this movie. Okay. Using the bones of his severed left hand in a magical ritual, the sea gods give him the power to raise Sub Diego to dry land. Inspired by his actions, the sea gods...
So when did he lose his hand, then?
In Avengers. Or in Justice League. The first one where Captain Cold... freezes his hand and hits the butt of the gun. Yeah, and then remember at the end of the movie, he's like, hey, I'm going to go fix my hand and I'll come back when you need me. Yeah. Then I forgot to do anything with him for a full phase. Do you remember that? He didn't come back for an entire phase. I was like, oh no, what's he doing with that hand? So I retconned it because the sea gods also restore, inspired by his actions, the sea gods also restore Orin's hand back to his body. He's got a hand now. Because I never did anything with that. He's a really good guy in the opening scene. Like, this is like a wholesome scene. They're like, hey, you're pretty good. You just saved it. Like, we would have probably let that race die. Here's your hand back. You gave us the bones. We have the ability to... Okay, let me get into it. Orin returns to Atlantis to continue training with his new sidekick Garth, also known as Tempest. When the city is attacked...
I like that you went with Tempest also.
Yeah. By the married terrorist couple. If we had problems saying Paracelsus, what the hell is this? Charybdis? By the married terrorist couple of Charybdis and Scylla.
Just to make it funny, it's Charybdis and Scylla.
I'm going to say Scylla.
Scylla.
The latter accidentally...
Scylla.
Shut up. It gets emotional here. The latter accidentally discharges the bomb that was set to destroy the Atlantis. I think I said the city and changed it. And taking the brunt of the explosion, dies. Scylla just died.
Oh no, not Scylla. Charybdis must be so upset.
Well,
he's gonna rue the day.
He is.
The Atlantis will rue the day that they ruined or mess with the Charybdis.
That's the next sentence. Driven mad by grief, Charybdis flees and creates a duplicate of Scylla to be his new wife. Bloop! Here you are, Scylla. You're my wife.
She's like, wait a second, I don't have any memories. Doesn't matter, we're married now.
He returns to Atlantis with the new Scylla, using his ability to suppress metahuman abilities from others to defeat Orin. So he didn't have powers, but he did. They didn't use them at all, because they're just like, here's a bomb. Now he comes back with his powers to defeat Orin. He tries absorbing Orin's power to be only partially successful, rendering his ability of communicating with fish useless. Can't talk to fish anymore. Charybdis kidnaps Orin and takes him to his hideout. Knowing Orin just got his hand back, Charybdis puts his hand into a pool of piranhas in an attempt to absorb the rest of his powers, allowing the piranhas to eat off his newly restored hand. I wanted to do the hand thing. I was like, I'll just retcon it that he gets his hand back just so I can take his hand away from him again.
Okay, I hate to do this. Can I poke a hole in your logic?
Yeah.
Why would the piranhas eat his hand when he could just go, hey, don't eat my hand?
He lost his ability to talk to animals.
To fish?
To fish.
Okay.
Don't you remember that? That was like 2 sentences ago?
No.
He can't talk to fish?
I zoned out for a second.
Rendering his ability of communicating with fish useless?
This sentence, he tries to... I just zoned out.
Let me reread it then.
No, I just reread it.
So his hand is in a pad of Orion, and he just got his hand eaten.
Pool piranhas. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Orin is able to counter.
Orin is able to counter more of the attack. And flips Charybdis into the pool, seemingly killing him in the process. And doing so, gets his powers back before escaping from the hideout. So I just imagine that, like, his hand's bloody, he gets his arm out, and he just, like, swim away.
Yeah.
Orin returns to Atlantis once again, where he is nursed back to health by Mera. The Atlanteans warn Queen Mera of another attack to the city, where disfigured Charybdis returns to put Orin down.
It's not Charybdis again.
He reveals that instead of being devoured by the piranhas, he melded with them and earned their traits, while also building a machine to complete the absorption of Orin's powers. So he has the powers. He doesn't need Orin for it. He just duplicated his powers. So he has Orin's powers. Too unfit to battle Charybdis again, Orin calls for Garth and tells him that his training is complete and it is time to shine and save Atlantis. Motivated by Orin's words, Garth turns into a total badass and goes right on the... I imagine this, if we haven't had one yet in my DC universe, this is the Black Betty moment. You know, like Garth approaches and just...
Black Betty.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So he's just a badass.
Black Betty. Black Betty.
Just
Betty had a child.
Okay, anyways.
Everything going well.
Yeah, so you imagine that scene. You can imagine it. The two duel for a lengthy amount
of... That song is... We've mentioned this before. It is so overplayed. It still excites me.
Worth it every single time. And worth it every... It's like the one song, like, some songs you hear...
It's in Dukes of Hazzard. It's when they're going around the circle.
Is that the song that plays?
I'm pretty sure it is.
That was just instrumental. I just remember from TNT, and then, but yeah, it's like the one song where like so many songs get overused all the time. And you're just like, God damn it, this again. But you instantly hear that, boom, boom, and you're just like, this is gonna be the best scene of the movie. Anyways, the two duel for a lengthy amount of time, with each man getting the upper hand back and forth. Yeah. Charybdis also overpowering Garth multiple times and almost completed his goal of blowing up Atlantis. Garth is finally able to turn things around by communicating with Charybdis' piranhas, turning them against him and devouring him alive. So he calls the piranhas and you watch him finally just get eaten. I feel like you're zoning out again on my Aquaman movie, which I put a lot of work into and made really good.
Charybdis.
What?
Charybdis.
Charybdis.
Charybdis. Okay.
We had it right. Charybdis. Okay. Oh my god.
Garth is finally able to turn things around by communicating with Charybdis' piranhas, turning them against him and devouring him alive.
Holy shit.
Right?
Is this R-rated?
It's the PG-13. I didn't realize how violent that scene was till right now.
Yeah.
After saving Atlantis, a celebration is held in Garth's honor. I want to see an underwater parade. That's what I want. I want to see an underwater parade.
Would they be floating? Would they be like...
You know how they do it in like the SpongeBob movie.
Imagine their feet.
Yeah.
Okay? Would it be like them like this?
I imagine it'd be
like swimming really slowly. I imagine holding...
I feel like it'd be a little slower, like a whoo. Oh,
yeah, but they're like...
Because it'd be formal, you know? So
yeah,
it'd be like,
but they're like holding...
Yeah. I don't know if it's a parade. That's why I made a celebration. I made like Good Neighbor Fest. They're walking around the park. Okay.
So they're swimming.
Yeah. Celebration held in Garth's honor. Orin gives a speech commending Garth for his work and talks about the loss of Garth's parents and adopts him, formally anointing Garth the Prince of Atlantis. In an end credits scene, Queen Hippolyta of Themyscira is shown getting ready before being held to attend the ceremony. So you just hear, she's like getting ready, and hear off camera, come on, Hippolyta, the ceremony's about to start. We got Aquaman, who is actually never called Arthur in the movie, but for continuity's sake. We got Charybdis, we got Garth, we got Queen Mera, and we got two Scyllas.
Yeah, before you say anything, that's my favorite thing about your movie.
X2 or two Scyllas?
The X-time. The X2, just that you put like that.
Yeah, because I was like, I wrote Scylla Prime, and I was like, what do I call Scylla 2 though? So I'll just do X2.
Scylla 2.
It's the same actress, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, go back forward slide. Yeah. What do you got for me?
My next one. Yeah. Can't believe you guessed it. Nightwing 3. The Outsiders.
Nice. Is this because you've been talking about The Outsiders so much recently?
So with the crime in Bloodhaven going rampant...
Because that's all Bloodhaven does?
Yeah. Dick and Roy put together a team of outsiders to fight crime with them, including Grace, Looker, and Katana.
I bet that it's the Verb version, but the fact that there's just a hero, like, imagine if they have to introduce the lineup to, like, a city council. Yeah. It's like, I'm Nightwing. This is he still Arsenal? Right?
Yes.
This is Arsenal. Got Katana. I got Looker. I got Grace. What? Who was the last one? Grace.
I think Lookers sounds weird.
I know, but Grace is just a first name, but I imagine it's the verb, sense of it.
A new super criminal named Anarchy has been terrorizing Bloodhaven, with Nightwing and the Outsiders on his heels, but being stumped at every turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stumped at every turn. I also see Zoo here, at which point you proclaim to me, zoos get more violent than animal parks, or something like that.
Said,
animal shelters.
I said, zoos are more dangerous than animal shelters.
Yeah, okay.
Anarchy sets off a bomb, blowing up a portion of the Bloodhaven Zoo, letting the animals roam free at the streets as a protest to animal cruelty.
So he's a good guy.
The Outsiders have to deal with the loose animals while Nightwing chases after Anarchy, finally bringing him to justice. It's kind of a quick little wrap-up.
Is that a funny scene, or is that okay?
It's pretty serious.
Because I had my funny joke scenes. Okay.
He's the most funny character of the team.
Okay.
Meanwhile, a new super team has showed up in Bloodhaven, appearing on a news station to announce their arrival. You literally just said that. You predicted that. You were like, oh yeah, imagine them on a news thing.
Well, because I always imagine, I always think about, when I could, because MCU, as we talk about, we could probably book that way easier. And, I always come up with ideas, and I imagine, because the Avengers, not because of the Sokovia Accords, but they're, the real team.
And you always on the news.
And you, the Civil War, where, they brought Peter. Yeah, they have, so I imagine, say, Cap died, right? And U.S. Agent was going to replace him. I imagine, Tony coming on stage and be like, hey, guys, just wanted to announce, everyone knows Captain America dies. We do have a replacement. I would like to introduce you to John Walker, who's going to be known as U.S. Agent. Get him out here. I imagine, so that's why I imagine, he would have to come to a council. Hey. Yeah, so it's on the news, yeah.
So, a new super team has showed up in Bloodhaven, appearing on the news station to announce their arrival. Led by Geoforce, it includes Terra, Halo, and Elongated Man, taking the name The Outsiders. Oh. The Outsiders are miffed that their name was stolen, but refuse to go out in public to fight back. Dick begins to suspect that this new team might have different motives and could possibly be villains in disguise. Because Dick, he's a detective. I didn't think it was that funny.
No, because I was thinking of, penis.
Yeah.
He's Dick, he's a detective. And then I was pussy detective, and I laughed at that.
Okay. So with the new Outsiders working mostly during the daytime, Nightwing and his Outsiders began hunting for clues on the new team, looking for their base of operations, when they find the team at an underground hideout at the Bloodhaven Harbor. Dick tries to get some answers, but Roy leads an attack right away. While the two Outsiders brawl, Nightwing tries to calm everyone down before being caught off guard by Batman himself.
You pulled one of my tricks, where Batman and Dick fight all the time.
Batman explains that since his identity went public, he had to go underground, and he's been funding this team of Outsiders in Bloodhaven. Dick refuses, telling Bruce he needs to leave Bloodhaven, it's not his new Gotham. Bruce tries to calm Dick, but he fights with Batman, leading the two teams to back off and watch. Nightwing counters all of Batman's moves, claiming he's getting old, but Batman knocks Dick off his feet. Refusing to be bested by Batman again, Dick uses his sticks, and knocks Batman down, telling him to leave. While Nightwing is fighting with Batman, an explosion happens at the Bloodhaven Museum. Both teams rush over where Bane and his goons have been stealing priceless art and fighting with police.
What kind of Bane we getting?
Not Tom Hardy Bane. Like Luchador Bane.
Like Batman and Robin just...
No. Okay. Smart Bane, but Luchador mask. Still talks
credit card Bane?
Yes.
Okay.
But not as funny.
Yeah, obviously.
Setting aside their differences, Nightwing and Batman lead the Outsiders in a battle with the dynamic duo taking on Bane. This is the first time I've used that, and it felt great while writing it. With the goons defeated, Nightwing is able to knock off Bane's venom supply, letting Batman subdue him. Batman parts ways with Nightwing, leaving him in charge of the Outsiders in Bloodhaven, telling him they'll always be partners and to call Alfred. The end credits. Batman gives Nightwing his Justice League membership, telling him he has a different team to join now.
Huh.
And then all the characters.
I imagine that. We had that, Justice League or Avengers member card as kids.
Yeah.
I imagine,
Yeah, he's like, here you go. Of Nightwing, Arsenal, Batman, Looker, Grace, who's Grace Choi, Grace, Katana, who I did not know her real name.
Yeah.
Geoforce, Terra, Halo,
stupid name.
Elongated Man, Anarchy, and Bane. Cool. Which, Lonnie Machin. Funny name.
Yeah. I like Ralph Dibny a lot, too. Go back a couple of slides. Let's talk about mine. I want to recap that Queen Hippolyta of Themyscira is shown getting ready before being held to attend the ceremony. I got Wonder Woman 2, Dark Angel Cometh.
Wow.
Also, it's PG-13, which is different from the first one. 18 years ago, Diana was leaving the U.S. to meet Steve Trevor and his army troop for an overseas tour. Not, like an army tour. That's the word name for it. It's weird. When she encountered a building on fire, so she's just, flying off. And then she's like, whoa, building's on fire. She puts the fire out and found a baby girl. After not being able to find the baby's parents, she declares her an orphan and returns her home to Themyscira to be raised by her mother, Queen Hippolyta. In present day, it is the 18th birthday of the girl, so the day of finding. It's obviously not her birthday. They don't know it. Who has since been named Donna Troy. As a ceremony of womanhood, Paula von Gunther, do you remember her from the first one?
Yeah.
Remember how she turns good?
Yes, she was a Nazi woman who did experiments on women or trained them to be sex slaves or some shit.
Spies, Nazi spies.
And you were like, oh, but she's good at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? People would just forgive her for that.
She's still good. She uses her...
It's like if David Duke was like, no, I'm a good guy now. And people were like, okay.
Paula von Gunther uses her purple ray to give Donna Amazonian powers. So it's like a woman, and here you go. She vows to begin fighting alongside Wonder Woman as Wonder Girl.
Nice.
Huh. Cut that sentence.
Which one?
This one.
Okay.
Does not have it, I don't think.
Okay.
Using the ray to give power exhausts Paula quite a bit. So she goes off for a walk around Themyscira to clear her head. While going through the jungle, she finds an ancient scroll and accidentally calls forth a wandering spirit known as Dark Angel, a bringer of doom who has long bedeviled humans foolish enough to summon her.
Wow.
Who also had countless battles with Hippolyta the last time she was summoned, so they went toe-to-toe. She takes over Paula's body and attacks the ceremony. I accidentally did a lot of body stealing in this year. Didn't plan for it, but let's go.
And a lot of birthdays.
A lot of birthdays, yeah. There's a lot of themes. All the movies are connected. I'll get into it. Diana goes right into battle against Dark Angel. As of late, Hippolyta has been having visions of Diana dying as Wonder Woman. And fearing this to be the truth of those visions, like this to be the time that that's going to happen, enters the battle to save her daughter's life, sacrificing her own.
Wow.
A stunned Diana leaves the fight to hold her mother's body. As Dark Angel heads to kidnap her, Donna pushes Diana out of the way, instead being the one kidnapped. Dark Angel forces Donna to live thousands of lifetimes, with each one ending in a horrible tragedy. So she's just she hoped that this would drive Diana insane, but instead it helped Donna grow stronger, leading to her escape from Dark Angel's clutches. Dark Angel follows Donna back to Themyscira, but at this time is met with the entire Amazonian race and Gerda von Gunther, armed and ready for battle. So the little girl that she did the Nazi stuff for, she's all grown up now. That's Paula's daughter. If you remember, she's still in Paula's body. Yeah, in an effort to reach her highest power, Dark Angel ditches Paula's body and takes back her original form, so that makes her stronger, I guess.
What does Dark Angel look like? Can I look her up real quick?
No, because it'll spoil something. Okay. So don't. She's able to overpower many of the Amazonians until she's distracted by a strange noise entering Themyscira. It is revealed to be Steve Trevor's troop flying into battle, firing an air raid down on Dark Angel. So Wonder Woman was like, hey, listen, I know it'll probably destroy my home, but come on. Initially, it seemed as though she was thwarted by this, but she is able to disable the flight's crew command, sending Diana up to the air to save them.
Okay.
Diana then gets face-to-face with Dark Angel, where the latter reveals that she's in fact the Donna Troy from Earth 7, who is saved from certain death and given the mystical power she possesses. Donna shrugs this sudden news and goes right after Dark Angel, finally defeating her for good. So, you see Diana off, in the air, she's like, what the fuck? And, Donna's just like, don't have time for that right now, and just, wails on her. With Hippolyta laid to rest, Diana takes up the mantle of Queen of Themyscira while sending Donna to the Watchtower to replace her as a member of the Justice League. We ended our movie the same way. You were like, here you go, membership. So Wonder Woman's no longer Wonder Woman. And credit scene, as Donna
arrives... she didn't age her as an old lady.
No. As Donna arrives at the Watchtower, the JLA tell her that she needs to pick a name to hide her identity. Just as she's about to reveal her name, the camera cuts to black. So it's like, I got it. I can't believe I did that, because I just was like, how do I end this? Because I didn't know what I was going to do for my next year, because I do a lot of lead-ins, obviously.
Yeah.
This movie, I'll talk about that in the review anyways. We got Wonder Woman, Donna Troy, Dark Angel, Queen Hippolyta, Paul von Gunther, Steve Trevor, Gerda von Gunther, and the JLA. They're just, probably not all of them, but I'm not going to specify who,
I like that one.
Well, you can't talk about it.
I know, I was just saying it was fun.
I came up with so many titles. I'll talk about that now.
Is this your second?
Yes, Wonder Woman 2. I came up with so many titles, I want to list them off right now.
Yeah.
Only because you didn't do it. It was going to be called Wonder Woman, but you did that, versus Dark Angel. It was going to be called Wonder Woman 2, Donna Troy versus Dark Angel. It took me forever to come up with it, and then I came up with Dark Angel Cometh. I was like, kind of silly, but also sounds pretty cool.
I did Thy Blood Betrays.
Yeah, that's true. Let me look up Dark Angel for you.
So she looks goofy.
Yeah, so she's in Paula's body, obviously. We can try to do a zoom there. She's in Paula's body, but also switches to that.
Okay.
So, again, it's Donna Troy, you know.
What'd you guess for my last?
Legion of Doom, which I doubt is going to be that, because I imagine your team was the Outsiders, maybe? Or did you do a team movie? Oh.
Teen Titans versus Doom Patrol. Wow. Doom Patrol hasn't had a movie since Phase 1.
Yeah, but you still did their characters. I figured you knew them.
Yeah. The only time they appeared during Phase 2 was in the end credits of Teen Titans when they were teleported away by Trigon.
Thanks for reminding me, because I imagine that takes the place. I already see his name, so.
The Teen Titans are training their newest two members, Hawk and Dove, when they are transported to an alien world by Raven's father, Trigon. She doesn't know it's her father yet.
Oh, okay.
Trigon informs them that they will be entered into a contest of champions and have to fight an alternate worlds team, the Doom Patrol, which, this reveals a big thing. Doom Patrol movie doesn't take place in my DC universe.
Wow.
It's like, that movie is canon.
Yeah, obviously.
But, you know, it's like,
it's not like Venom and Far From Home, and it's like, oh, we're just gonna do it,
Like, Aquaman doesn't exist in their world.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Each team will face off and have to score points to win their way home. Okay?
Yeah.
So, Negative Man goes up against Troya, with Negative Man taking the win, while Cyborg bests Robot Man. You want to keep track of the teams? Point version?
Yeah. So, Negative Man, Cyborg.
Okay. Raven beats Crazy Jane, while Metamorpho takes down Aqualad. Hawk and Dove are beaten by Vokes and Mento, while Starfire easily beats Elastigirl.
So it's technically 4-3 unless you count Hawk and Dove as one fight. Okay, so 3.
Hawk and Dove and Vokes and
Mento. So it's a tie.
Yeah. Okay. Flash takes on Beast Boy, who finds Wally's speed impressive since he can be a cheetah. Flash wins, leaving Robin to take on Flex Mentallo in the finals. Robin bests Flex in hand-to-hand combat, but Flex flexes and alters reality, so Robin has tiny hands.
Does that make does he lose?
Realizing the losers have been transported away, Robin convinces Flex to change back his hands and flex the losers back to the playing field. With the two teams teaming up, they defeat Trigon in his own world with Raven, she's now been informed that...
Oh, okay.
With Raven sucking Trigon into her head jewel, I didn't know what to call it, having near limitless power herself now.
Jesus Christ.
The Doom Patrol return to Earth with the Teen Titans, finding themselves a mansion to live in, and saying they have to find the Chief. End credits, Danny the Street appears, offering to help Doom Patrol locate the Chief.
Danny the Street?
Yeah, the reason he appears is because he can teleport and be anywhere, anything, you know, so you can just...
I love Danny the Street. He's the best.
Yeah.
I don't like that, though.
I know. I hate the 9s.
Yeah.
Look like G's. Yeah.
Let's do a review.
And then...
Oh, right.
Just all my characters are on
that's good, because I don't know who some of the Flash and Robins are.
Wally West Flash, Tim Drake Robin, Vic Stone, Hank Hall Hawk, I went with Dawn, Dove, Rita Farr Elastigirl, Larry Trainer, Negative Man, Cliff Steele Robot Man, Steve Dayton Mento, Garfield Logan Beast Boy. Oh, I forgot to put... I gotta mention this. Since this happened, Beast Boy joins the Teen Titans.
I figured.
Like, he leaves. Okay. I just forgot to mention that, I guess. K. Calix, Crazy Jane, Rex Mason, Metamorpho, Malcolm Duncan, Vokes, Flex Mentallo, and then Trigo, and then Danny the Street. Also, Rex Mason, I was going to have him be on the Outsiders with Batman, because he was a part of that team, but then I forgot that I used him in Doom Patrol. I was like, oh, fuck. So I was like, who can I use? And I went, I haven't used Elongated Man, because I thought he was stupid. I'll bring him in. I don't think Elongated Man's stupid, I just don't like writing for him, because he's like a detective and stuff.
I gotta do one thing real quick. This is the story of a girl. Cut a river and drowned the whole world.
Also known as the Year in Review.
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 This is my year that he is reviewing.
Yes. Zatanna 2, The Search for Giovanni.
Because I couldn't come up with a better name.
I really like this one. Patch-Eye Pete, that made me chuckle because I like that character. I don't like that character, I just know it. He's like one of those characters
I want to say that he's only been in 2 issues ever. I want to say that that scene is inspired by Flash having to run back and forth.
Nice. It's just, I think this one's a little bit silly that Giovanni's still around because he did get shot in the last one. Even though, it's the whole thing.
So in the comics, apparently Giovanni actually leaves at her 18th birthday and they don't talk for years because he can't. And the only way that Allura works is literally to have Giovanni be there in the whole sword thing. So I went, okay, retcon. The ultimate retcon.
I like the Allura stuff where there's an evil one and she's like, well, I'm now evil Allura.
Well, that's just for,
the sword of
Paracelsus.
Yeah.
How'd you think about like a whole act of flashback Giovanni screen time?
Yeah, like a good 30 minutes of it? That'd be really cool.
Because then we get to see Film Freak again, even though that scene is honestly pretty short. It's just a fan.
You'd bring him back to refilm it, right? Like, it wouldn't be just archived.
Because it'd be a different point of view that we didn't film before.
It'd be bringing him back.
Yeah. I mean, he's been in a couple more. If you remember, Joker killed him, you know, in Death in the Family. Also, I completely forgot that when he killed him, he said Finn, which I still think is a great line.
Yeah. The bottle thing, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because, like, you mentioned there's a lot of
because I did all the Brainiac shit.
I think it's crazy that she's 36 and just now learning about Homo Magi and all that.
Yeah, so that's something that just kind of happens at the end of the Allura storyline, or the first one. The reason she's 36, I did the math so much here. I was like, how old should I make her? Because I was like, should I make her like 28 so it's close to 18th birthday or something? That'd be way too young. And then I remember that in my universe, she is friends with Bruce Wayne since childhood. I did do that. So I just did the math of, okay, how old's Batman in the first one? What'd I make him? Well, in the movie, you see him go to Nanda Parbat for 8 years on his 18th birthday. So I did the math. Okay, well, they'd be 26 in the first year of the movie. That means her first movie, she was 27. I added how many years we've done so far. She's 36.
Okay.
A lot of math for that.
And then the end credits.
Yeah.
I thought this was a reference to John Constantine.
No.
Then you said you weren't going to touch him.
No.
So, I don't know what
that is not him at all either. He's not an angel.
No, but he could be doing something with those.
The thing was, I was going to put him in this movie and then give him a solo next year. I'm probably going to touch him, but I don't think I can write a movie for him.
It's super easy.
It feels weird. I don't know.
It's just, the one thing you have to get over is, like, magic's just weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I like my little magic universe with Zatanna. She's great.
Then we got Aquaman H Orange 2. I really like this one. This one is maybe my favorite of your year.
Yeah.
I think it's great. You got Charybdis, and Skyla, whatever her name is. Just wild. And Sub-Diego, and then he loses his hand, but then he gets his hand back, and then he loses it with piranhas. He's cloning his dead wife, and being like, you're back. Yeah,
like the Garth.
The Black Betty thing.
Obviously, so Aquaman.
You think Garth's a more badass than I do. I don't really care for him that much. I think he's a
that scene is like, it's not one of like what I do in the next movie, which you did in yours, where it's like that Aquaman handoff, like you're the number now. But I was like, you know what? Obviously, if I'm doing the hand thing, I'm not going to go have him fight the third act battle. I introduced Garth earlier. Let's give him the win. That'd be cool, because people would actually probably pop to see that. Like, hey, and I know I can't...
Also, there's a spelling. You should have 2 O's and 2 on fit.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Garth just kind of, he comes out and I like it because it shows what his powers are. He's Prince now. He's adopted, he's Prince.
I really like this one. Wonder Woman 2, Dark Angel Comics. This is maybe my least favorite of the year. But that's only just because it's Wonder Woman... I don't know. It's not a battle on Themyscira. That's what I like.
It is a battle on Themyscira.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
I will say, so obviously with the end credit scene being Hippolyta, this movie is very Hippolyta driven.
Yeah, I think it's Hippolyta.
Hippolyta?
Okay.
We're bad at pronunciations this year. But just, I wanted to make it a lot about her until she dies because of the Dark Angel stuff. I forgot to write the Aquaman end credits scene, so I wrote this entire movie and was like going back through. I was, like I said, so I like moved the character text box down. I made font sizes bigger and stuff. I was messing with stuff, making pictures bigger. So I went back to make sure everything's okay, and it just said...
I really like your Wonder Woman picture. I don't know if I've said that.
It just said end credits. It had nothing. I was like, shit, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I was like, Aquaman, or Wonder Woman's next. Let's do a Hippolyta thing because I want to push her.
The whole Von Gunther thing just makes me chuckle. Because I'm just like, she was a Nazi, and they're like, oh, look at this great woman we're friends with.
I wouldn't have touched her again if it didn't revolve about Dark Angel. Dark Angel is literally her thing, is that Paula Von Gunther is bad.
And then, I think it's funny, that using the Ray gives power exhausts.
I just was like, why would she leave the party? Because I needed her to be alone when she summoned her. I imagine
it's like a giant beam that she's firing, and she's like, pushing the switch.
I imagine it as I imagine it as like it just exalts. It just uses a lot of power or whatever. Her Amazonian power. I imagine is I think his name's Rayman from SpongeBob. He's just got his ray gun that he's always trying to use and they don't let him. That's what I imagine. I just imagine him like that little thing. No, so the original plot was Paula was actually going to, like, post-ceremony, Paula was going to walk around Donna to, like, the Museum of Themyscira and talk history. And they're like, wait, I've never seen this before. Mm-hmm. And then, like, Donna gets called back and Paula's like, don't worry, I'll put it away. And then she summons it. But I was like, no, that would obviously be Diana. Diana would want to walk her around. Why would they just go, hey, Paula, you just shot her with a ray. You want to go on the walk? No, I'll go on the walk.
And then the Dark Angel thing caught me off guard because I didn't know that she was Donna Troy. But the Volta stuff, you killed her.
I killed her.
I think I did that.
Did you? I thought you did.
In Wonder Woman 2. I think she was killed by... Yeah, because it was Thy Blood Betrays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you did that. That's cool. The Dark Angel thing being Donna, that caught me off guard because I've never even heard of Dark Angel before outside of the Jessica Alba show. Oh, this was really cool. I really like that. That could be a Black Betty thing too. Where it's like,
I really like that scene because I'm like, oh, I want Steve Trevor more because I keep saying, remember I talked about the first one, I was like, oh, he's not totally old because what are they doing to him? I wanted to touch on that where he's still a young guy and he's trained in the army, but I was like,
is Wonder Woman giving him her blood?
Something we don't know yet. I completely forgot to touch on it. The problem I had with writing it is I was like, I feel like if this was a real movie, I feel
Wonder Woman 3, Thy Blood.
If it was a real movie, would it get backlash for like, oh, the Amazonian women can't stop him or her?
Yeah,
Here comes the man. But then I'm like, take him down. Yeah. You know? So like it's kind of a 50-50. It's like I just want Steve Trevor to come back because he hasn't been seen in 18 years.
And he's coming to help.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one, it's...
End credit scene, I did the little spoof of like, I imagine if I could, and if it was like, I just imagine like the last scene is like a light bulb above her head literally and then the whole thing cuts to black. But I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking just end the movie, end of a serious movie, just boom. Like, no way.
Oh, that would be funny. But yeah, that was good.
Yeah, let's go to yours. This is your interview for your stuff.
Sorry if I was standing weird.
Yeah, we were making some funny off the camera. So this is your year. You wrote this. You wrote a year.
I did. Today. Literally today.
Yeah. Aquaman, Kin, which I imagine the Kin is actually nearest.
Yeah.
You did one of those things that
I have an alternate title and I didn't know which was better, so I went with the simpler one.
What's the other one?
This is Aquaman King. Yeah. Which I just think Aquaman...
Which I can't pronounce, so thanks.
Aquaman King.
Yeah.
Like, just, you have to put the pause. Like, Aquaman King. Sounds good. But then, my alternate was Aquaman, the Battle of a King.
Yeah, it's not good. Battle of Kings, you know. I can't pronounce either of them.
Battle of Kings would be pretty good, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I thought it was interesting that you did a Mara.
King Nereus?
Yep.
He was introduced in the Aquaman movie. I don't know why I was looking
in the real one or yours?
Okay. Yeah.
Give me a training. If they're training Aqua Kid, okay, I'm just skimming again. Siren. Now, if you remember, they couldn't see, but I started losing my mind for Siren.
I was waiting for her to be in your Aquaman movie. When you started reading H2O, I immediately looked down to characters and went, I don't see her.
So the reason I popped so much is I was just like, oh, you know, I got really angry about it. Didn't use her. I wanted to do that because with Aquaman, I imagine that like my series is gonna kind of be like, first movie was Arthur, second movie was Garth. Let's go Quinn Mara for number 3. So Siren is the villain of Aquaman 3. Oh. So I got mad because I was like, oh, he did her. I didn't think he would touch her because I didn't know you were doing Aquaman.
This is my third Aquaman movie. Yeah. I literally Googled went, who didn't I use? That's why I have King Nereus.
Yeah,
I was like,
because I haven't even touched Black Manta yet too. He was supposed to.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't?
No, Charybdis was gonna die and Black Manta was gonna show up. But I was like, I can't do that with that big of a character, so I just scratched him. So
that's why I was like, I knew I wanted to do the trench. So I was like, how do I get them in this?
So that's why I popped at Siren. So I'm glad you used her because really, I mean,
for a minute.
Yeah. I know my plot's gonna be better, or at least more intuitive with her. I guess I should say. Because my year, I will say, was original plots pretty much, though. Yeah. Those were
which I like more.
Yeah. Some of them I just like the characters that, like, Hush, I couldn't just be like, I'm using Hush, but I don't know about Hush, so let's just make Hush, because you would have been very angry at me, you know? I mean, the storylines I touched, like, the not the Dark Angel stuff, but the Dark Angel stuff, that was, like, one issue, I think. Or, not Dark Angel. Who am I
You went completely silent.
Allura. She was like a one-issue storyline that I like went really deep into. Yeah, that's what I meant. Let's talk about your movie. I love the picture of Aquaman. I said it a lot. It looks like Jake Hager.
Yeah, it looks like
Jake Hager on top of Triple H's body. It just
reminds me of like an 80s like TV show
Triple
action,
H's,
where he's like, you can just imagine the water coming off him, and
he gets the water hand, which I did. Technically not how he gets the water hand, but that's okay. Because I like that you change stuff.
I feel like it's like the last act of Mare doing it for him, and then she gets died.
Oh, that's right.
I hope people, like, if this was real universe, I hope I wouldn't get accused of fridging, like, women. Because I've done this a few times where I've, like, Black Canary got killed. Now I've killed her. I think I've killed a couple other. So I just hope I'm not fridging women.
I mean, MCU kill women. I mean, Thor's mom.
At least I'm not doing it just to move the plot forward. Like, I'm giving...
No,
that's Mara's had 3 films of, like, character build and stuff, so... Yeah.
My Hippolyta murder wasn't, like, to move the plot forward, because it doesn't really come up again, except for she's queen now. It's, like, a heartfelt, like, you know she's been having these visions. You know that, like, the end of Wonder Woman is near. Turns out that she is Wonder Woman, you know, kind of like her mom was the Wonder Woman inside her all along. I really like the end credit scene too, with like I can imagine, like I said, stand up. You see like behind the throne.
That's such a fanboy pleasing moment. Yeah. Does Aquaman continue? Is there a 4th? Like, is this the end?
And it's also interesting. It's like, what's his mindset? Yeah. It's only PG-13, but the last like few minutes, it seems like he murders two people in just cold blood. Right? I mean, not cold blood, but he murders 2 people like right away. Like, boom, nearest, takes control of the situation. Boom,
it doesn't matter. He doesn't kill people.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. What we got next? Nightwing II, The Outsiders. I liked this movie.
Do you like this more than Nightwing II?
Yeah, obviously, because Nightwing II didn't happen.
I don't like this more than Nightwing II.
Is that a tattoo or something?
Yes, he has a tattoo.
I don't like it.
He got rid of his tattoo in Rebirth, I think. It lasted from when he became like Red Arrow up until I think the New 52.
Which arm of his got cut off? I don't know if you did that, but left arm. Okay.
Yes. Yes. I did do that, and
you did that on the first one, didn't you?
Yeah, it was Nightwing.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Bella, a little bit. I like it. I forgot that. Okay, so when you said Elongated Man, I kept thinking about Plastic Man. I like Elongated Man more than Plastic Man, so I should really go ahead and
I like Plastic Man more.
I do not like
Plastic Man. Can turn into anything.
He's a dick, though. Remember that one movie or whatever?
I really like... That's in,
Whatever book?
Yeah, that's in, Metal.
Yeah. Because we talked to Bob about it, and Bob was like, I read it, but I didn't really understand.
Dark Knight's Metal. I really like Plastic Man's, like, 2003 series by Kyle Baker. He's, like, a cartoonist who just randomly
I think that's what I read. I think that's the Plastic Man I read.
With Woozy Wings.
Is that the one where, like, it has the whole, like, it instantly opens with, like, him robbing the bank or whatever? Because he's a villain, if people don't remember.
The style of the art looks like a Sunday cartoon.
Yeah, that's the series I read then. That's why I read that. I was like, I don't like this guy. That's why I don't like him. So it's funny that you like because I like the 2 outsiders thing, because I can imagine them, like, being at their hideouts being like, she took her name, but we don't want to do anything about it. Like, no, like, they took her name. Like, I imagine you know that. Because they're, like, not really teens anymore. Obviously, that's the Titans gig. But like,
it'd be more of them being like, what the fuck?
They are so...
Because it is R-rated.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, what the fuck?
But like,
and Roy?
Dick and Roy are the angstiest of the DC universe. Yeah. So they would be like, what the fuck?
My Roy Harper, I would write him as like, party boy, like, even though even though he was like a drug addict, he's still like drinking beers and being like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, they're stealing our
That was the end credit scene, wasn't it, too? The drug addict. Yeah. You're just like, hey, let's live that cliffhanger, which I don't think you really mention again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah.
There's an Arrow and Canary, too.
I like this, the whole Batman fight, and then, like, the dynamic duo
I thought you popped for that.
Is that the pop? You said you was going to pop for something big.
No, it was Teen Titans vs. Doom Patrol. Oh. And you did, because I clicked and you were like, whoa!
You did that. The Bane was a pop for me, too, because I don't think either... Have you touched Bane?
No.
Yeah,
and
we haven't touched Bane.
I was like, well, I'm done.
No, I touched Bane and Hush, didn't I?
Maybe.
I think he's like, no.
But, like, I'm mostly only doing trilogies for characters, and I've already done Batman 3, so I was like, I gotta use Bane. I have to.
Yeah. I like that Nightwing gets to fight Bane, too.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I love how... My favorite part is, obviously, the start of the movie. Crime in Bloodhaven's going rampant. What's new?
Yeah. It's like the new Gotham. And also, you gotta think, with Batman gone, what's going on in Gotham?
Yeah, I know. In mine, remember there was an earthquake, and then his...
Because you did No Man's Land, basically.
Yeah, I did part of No Man's Land. I've done a lot. I did a lot. My Gotham is very heavy. Lex Luthor is also the most popular.
Crazy
Honestly, I think
universe.
Green Lantern has appeared more times. Green Lantern's in it all the time. Yeah, I've done a lot of
You'd have to get like a no-name actor as your people so they could appear in tons of stuff.
I like the...
What do you think of the end credits?
I like that too, but I was going to say what I like more than the credits, but that is a cool scene. I like the Call Alfred.
Yeah.
I love the Call Alfred.
Because you imagine it's like Batman's like walking away and he'd be like, Call Alfred.
I imagine the George
Call
Clooney, like, I imagine George Clooney Batman voice should be like, Call. Like, we reference the pizza all the time. Like, I imagine that, like, voice right at the beginning when he's talking to Alfred before the pizza line.
Yeah. The original... I kind of want to change the end credits, because the end credits is kind of stupid. Because it's like Batman's like there, and then he's like Call Alfred, and then it's again, he's...
Well, I imagine it's just at a different rooftop. I do that all the time. You can't change it now. It's in a video.
Okay, well, alternate... Yeah. This will be my... If this was on the Blu-ray...
movie.
If this was on the Blu-ray, it'd be like the alternate ending. It's Dick calling Alfred, and Alfred's like, do you want me to order a pizza?
You can't do that.
Do you know the team that he's going to be joining?
Oh, Batman has the different team to join. I thought that was like Batman, but like you have a different team to join. That's why I thought it was like a motivational thing.
Because he's now giving up the Justice League and the Outsiders.
I imagine it's probably Justice League Dark. I imagine that's where you're going with it. But we got Teen Titans versus Doom Patrol. You've done a Teen Titans solo movie?
Yes.
Is that the same picture?
No. Okay, I just don't want to put all the characters.
Oh, it's characters. It looks really cool. That's why I asked. I mean, it's a little, but it looks cool.
I tried to line it up as much as I could with the Doom Patrol.
I really like this one. I like how, like, a big chunk of it is, like, them just fighting.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that, I think that's a really cool movie.
I got the idea while watching an episode of Teen Titans.
I figured.
Like the original Teen Titans.
I realized when you were reading all this, I was like, he's been watching Teen Titans. I wonder if he's like, I'm doing a Teen Titans movie now.
Yeah. But this has been my plan since the start. That's why I introduced Doom Patrol in Phase 1, then I did Teen Titans in Phase 2, and then Teen Titans versus Doom Patrol in Phase 3.
I thought this was really good. Because of the fights and everything, it gave me vague memories of my own movie, Justice League Crime Syndicate America. If you remember, if they get kidnapped and then like one by one they have to fight. So like that, like this kind of trials then gave me that sense of that. I think it's a little cheesy. Each team will face off and have to score points. I read that before you got to it. I was like, what the fuck?
I only put that in just to describe it.
I get it, but it's like, I was like, it's such a stupid sentence. What's the end credit scene? Yeah, the Chief stuff.
Now, if you notice, I don't know if you remember the first movie too much, Doom Patrol, but I've added 3 characters to the roster.
Well, yeah, because you kind of mentioned that, I think.
I added Fox, Memento, and Flux Mentallo.
Yeah, because you kept saying Flex, and I was like, who the fuck's Flex? Because Flux
Mentallo,
Robin Best Flex, but Flex is, and then down here,
so Flux Mentallo, since you don't know who he is, his superpower is that there's so many different muscles in the body.
Yeah.
He can individually flex each muscle in his body, and when he flexes, a different reality altering thing happens.
Oh.
So like he can be like,
does he control with that?
Yeah. Okay. So he's like, I can flex this muscle and do this, or I can flex this muscle and do that.
You explain that power. I'm like, well, how the hell does he make tiny hands then?
He's a great character.
Obviously, I love the end credit scene because it's Danny the Street. Yeah. I like that you did the mansion thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't even remember if my Teen Titans movie where I was like, they just have the blueprints of the Titan Tower laying out. So I kind of like, I got a lot of notes to my stuff in this. Obviously, it probably wasn't inspired by
the reason I did that is because it's a send off of the Doom Patrol. Because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to use them again.
So just put it in the mansion.
Yeah, just some nice little send off.
Danny the Street's there, and he better never stop being in it. Because I want him to have his own movie. Well, if he's helping to find the chief.
Danny the Street can't have his own movie. How's he going to talk and stuff? Nothing's going to happen.
You're going to say that you can't use him again, but you have the whole chief then? They're in the anchor.
That's just in case.
Oh. Okay.
But it's like, if they never come back, do people care?
I care, because I know Danny the Street was there. I forgot to mention to you anywhere, I was going to say in like the review or something. If you didn't notice, all my movies were 2s, and it was the 3 people that I touched in Phase 1 that I never got a sequel around to. So I just quickly like threw in those 3. So that's why I thought they were going to be easier to guess, and you only got Aquaman. Because I was just like, Zatanna 2, Aquaman 2, Wonder Woman 2. There's just the 2 people that didn't get sequels. I was like, let's do something with them finally to catch them up. This is the outro. This is where we do the outro. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps the channel out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification bell so you get this all the time. It's free and you can always change your mind. Bella, you can be on camera. Do the outro, Bella. Who are you?
I'm Bat Tracy. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Stardust at BatTracy01.
I've been Lexdal. You can follow me on Instagram at StraightIdiotJerk and on Twitter at IdiotDal. Check out my Stardust at Lexdal and follow me on twitch.tv/Lexdal and watch me stream.
You can follow the Channels Collective on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Punk Rock Blues.
And you can pledge to our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues. If you can, check us a buck or $3.
Yeah, it would be really helpful. Especially since we're trying to grow and blossom. Really close to 300 subscribers, too.
Very close. So share this with your friends.
Yeah.
We don't ever say that enough.
Especially, I feel this is the type of series that we do that you could share this to a friend and be like, hey, look at what these guys are doing.
Obviously,
it's crazy.
This isn't for everyone to watch us. We expanded our collection.
Yeah.
You get a code. It's not everyone's into that. But if you know a comic book fan...
Or just people who like the MCU and just be like, hey, look at this. This is a cool thing.
These guys did this thing that they came up with of just, hey, they've been doing... This is 33.
Yeah.
33 times we've done this. We got a lot to go. Yeah. We have a surprise coming after we get done with this series as well that I'm very excited for.
I think before we do that... Yeah. We could work on that since you've written them, but I think we should film an animated thing. At least 2 years of animated.
I do really want to talk about an animated DC.
Because I have so many ideas.
That'll probably be one that we do. I'm very excited about our hidden project about an animated thing because the thing about anime is you can get so fucking wacky with it. I actually, for Wonder Woman, I looked up villains and instantly saw... Dr. Psycho.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love him in Harley Quinn, but I don't want to do him in a live action movie. So I feel like if I didn't animate
He's always dropping the C-bomb.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo.
Thank you for watching though. Obviously you didn't start here. I'm glad that you've been following us. Who had the better year? Let us know if you've been following us.
Yeah.
Like I said, share it to your friends.
I think I had the better year with this one.
I think I did.
I think your Aquaman was better. But I had those 2 teen movies that are... I don't know. Genuinely let us know.
I thought mine was better. I thought my sequels were all...
I like that your movies are starting to finally connect.
Yeah. I did a theme through all 3 that I didn't plan until I read all 3 of them. Also, you know what I reread today? No, that wasn't the theme. It was a lot of body change and it was a lot of past torches. I reread The Hawk Police.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you should just read that slide real quick.
I remember it.
It's really good. Yeah.
He dies at the end.
Sucks I killed them all. Because I did a flashback in that. I was oh, this is so innovative for me that I do this for Giovanni flashback. And when I read that, I was like, I did it here.
45 minutes of the movie is a flashback in that or something. And you're like, just 2/3 of the movie. Because
they get drugged, yeah. Crazy. It was really good.
Oh.